What's up, Parking family? Welcome back to my channel. So today for you guys, I have a Dollar Tree Christmas DIY video, and this theme is the little red trucks. Dollar Tree got little red truck ornaments in last year, and I think because it was so popular, they decided to bring in a bunch of red truck themed items in. So I'm going to be sharing a couple of DIYs with you guys. My favorite is this truck right here. You can see it looks like an actual red truck, and I made it using these signs from Dollar Tree. And I was inspired by creating it myself on Instagram. I will link her down below for you guys. But she used different signs from Dollar Tree to create a red truck. Hers was made differently though. I think she used mainly popsicle sticks. So if you want to see two different versions, you can see mine and then check out hers, which again, I'm going to have her Instagram link down below for you guys. Funny thing too, this DIY I'm holding in my hand, I actually made last year and never got around to uploading it. So I'm uploading this year, and this is actually inspired off of a magazine that Dollar Tree had in last year. So I hope you guys enjoyed these DIYs. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get this video to 5,000 thumbs up. And let me know down in the comments below what are some Christmas DIY themes you want to see done. I asked you guys for some things in my last video, and I'm already starting on some of them. One of them including the top comment that I saw, which is like a nature thing with like ducks and deers, like more on the animal side. So let me know the ideas that you have, and if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you subscribe and click the bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. With that being said, let's begin the video.
Let's start with the red truck. Even though technically this is all red truck stuff. Okay, let's start with the red truck. From Dollar Tree, you want to pick up 2 of these Merry Christmas red truck signs. You could get 3 of them if you like, and I'll tell you why exactly later on, but at least start with 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to remove the strings and the staples that are on the back of these signs. You also want to remove the Christmas tree from these signs. Now, what I'm going to be using to create more of a fuller type of truck is these little wooden boxes from Dollar Tree. I removed the 2 little pieces that are sticking out of the lid, and what I'm doing is I'm taking those boxes, 2 of them total, so I have 4 different pieces because each box comes with 2 different pieces, and I'm using those pieces to create the truck, the middle portion of the truck, so I have a full truck and not just 2 random pieces of a sign. And I just lay out the pieces, figure out how I want them to be placed. I started off with 3 of them. I put 2 of them toward the front of the truck, so the hood of the truck, and then I used 1 piece to be the hood of the truck. You might hear random growling noises or squeaky noises behind me. Pepper and Izzy are currently play fighting, and they're just crazy. Okay, so to glue it down, I'm just using a hot glue gun. A hot glue gun is good enough for this. You can always use E6000, super glue, other different types of glue, but I just used a hot glue gun. From Dollar Tree, I'm going to be using one of their unfinished wood crates on the back of the truck, so it'll be the bed of the truck. I figured out the placement of that crate before I attached the roof on, and then I went ahead and attached the roof on. Once I have the roof attached, I then glue the other truck sign that I got to the other side of these boxes. Now, to paint the unfinished wood, I am going to be using this apple barrel paint from Walmart, and it is in red apple, and it matched this perfectly. This costs around 50 cents at Walmart, this paint. Now, obviously, one side of your truck is going to be unfinished because of the way these trucks are when you glue them. So what you can do is you could just paint it yourself, or you can get another truck from Dollar Tree and take off pieces of the truck, like the tires and then like the top of the truck, and just try to glue that down somehow to the other side. Or you could just paint it, which I did. And like one side of the truck, the way I displayed it, you can't even see it. So, you know, if you don't really plan on having both sides showing, it's okay if one side looks a little wonky. To my 4th and final piece from the 2 boxes that I had, I am gluing that to the front of the truck. I totally forgot to attach this right away, so I ended up having to do it now. You can attach this piece before you attach the other side of the truck. I just wasn't thinking, so I went ahead, glued that, and then painted that piece. I then went ahead and glued on my crate. The crate I ended up just painting brown. It was like a dark walnut color. And then for the window part, I had to paint that a dark brown color. I mixed brown and black paint together to create the dark brown color because, you know, you can obviously see the unfinished wood. So I wanted to darken that color, and I didn't really want to paint it red because I thought it'd be funny. So I just painted a dark color. Now, you can put whatever you want to in the bed of the truck. I am going to be adding a Christmas tree. This Christmas tree is from Dollar Tree. I wanted to shorten it up, so I took some pliers and bent the little piece of metal that's between the Christmas tree, so I bent it to the size I wanted it to be until that piece of metal fell off. So I had a shorter Christmas tree. I didn't toss the bottom piece of the tree that I cut off. I took all the greenery off of it, and one piece of that greenery I used to make a wreath. So I just bent it around, made a little wreath circle, and then I took this little floral pick, the holly berry, off of it because it was a nice small size, and I just kind of glued that around the little wreath that I was making using hot glue, and then I glued the wreath to the front of my truck. That extra greenery that I took from the bottom of the tree, I attached to the tree that I'm putting on the back of the truck just to make it look fuller because these trees are very sparse looking. Then I added some buffalo check print ribbon that I got at Walmart. I just wrapped that around the tree, and then I added some fake snow, which I love to do. I got this for $1 at Dollar General. At this point, I attached the tree to the crate, and I used hot glue. You can just place it in there, but I didn't want to move anywhere, so I just put hot glue at the bottom of the tree and then glue that to one side of the crate. I then decided to add some of those little holly berries that I cut off of that little pick, and then I also added some pine cones. The pine cones I'm using are from Dollar General. It comes with 12 pine cone ornaments for $1. You can get pine cones at Dollar Tree, but they're not ornaments and they're not already covered in snow. So, if you can make your way to Dollar General, it's worth going there for the pine cones there. That was it for the truck. You can add another piece of wood in the back of the truck to cover up the gap there. I didn't do that. Like I said, you can really only see the side of my truck the way that I displayed it, but I absolutely love this. I've wanted to make like a bigger truck for a very long time now, and now I have. Now moving on to this Christmas tree. Again, from Dollar Tree, you're just gonna buy one of their Christmas trees. For the base of the tree, I'm going to be using this galvanized bucket. It's the wider one. They usually carry a taller and wider one. I'm using the wider one. And then I'm going to hot glue the bottom of the tree to the very center of the bucket. I'm not using the stands that come with the tree because it doesn't fit inside of the bucket. And to make sure this tree doesn't go anywhere on me, I'm going to fill it up with some stones, and the stones I'm using are from Dollar Tree. Next up, I'm taking this red truck ornament, also from Dollar Tree, removing the string that is on it as well as the bottom portion that says Merry Christmas, and I'm going to be gluing that to the bucket. I glue it on the side of the bucket that doesn't have any wording on it. Now, I was thinking of painting over the areas that said flowers and garden, but I felt like in order to really hide that color, I was going to have to do a lot of layers of silver paint, and I felt like it was going to take away from the galvanized look. Or I could have painted a darker color, and I just didn't want to do that. So I went ahead and glued that to a side that just didn't have the writing, and I removed one of the handles so I was able to glue it to that side. I just held the truck in place until it completely dried, and then I added some red paint to the very top rim of the bucket because I felt that it would look really nice. And the color I'm using is the same color that I used for the truck. It's the apple barrel red apple color. To make the tree look fuller, I'm going to be using this garland from Dollar Tree, and I just wrap it around the tree because these trees, honestly, I've said it so many times, they're very sparse. They look super pathetic almost if you don't make it look fuller. It kind of looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree if you don't use garland to make it look fuller because it's so empty. Now I wrap some of this berry garland around the Christmas tree. Again, from Dollar Tree. I go ahead, wrap it around, cut off the excess garland, which I did have excess garland because it's 9 feet long. And then I added my fake snow per usual. I should probably add the fake snow beforehand lots of times, but I just forget to. Then I topped the tree off with some red glitter ornaments. They're miniature ornaments, 16 in a pack from Dollar Tree, and I just add those to the Christmas tree. And that was it for the Christmas tree. The way that I showed it to you guys, you can see in some of the footage that I do have small little red trucks on the tree, and the little red trucks are from Dollar Tree. There's 4 in a pack. Now moving on to this little red barn. So Dollar Tree has these little wooden homes that you can buy. They're almost like a shadow box. I'm going to be using one of the wider ones for this. And what I did is I printed out an image that I'm going to be placing inside. Now measuring the inside of this is so annoying. I've done it before to cut pieces out. So instead I added some of that red apple color paint, to a good layer of it around the edge rimming of the house, and then I just kind of stamped that onto an image that I printed out so that I could see the paint outline and then cut out the shape that I saw, because like I said, it's a pain in the butt measuring out the image for this. For some reason, I can't stand doing it. So this is just the easier, lazy way of doing it. After that is cut out, I go ahead and paint the rest of the house with that red paint. Again, apple barrel, red apple. I really like that color. It's just a really good Christmas red in my opinion. So once that is all dried, I go ahead and glue on the picture. I just use some tacky glue and then use a sponge to smear it all around so that there was a nice coverage of the glue, and then I attached the picture. Now I'm going to be making little barn doors, so I'm using the jumbo and regular size popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree. I used 3 of the jumbo ones for each barn door, and I just used a pair of scissors to cut them down to the size that I need each popsicle to be. Now when I attach all the popsicle sticks together, what I do is I take the 3 jumbo ones, lay them side by side, and then I take 2 of the smaller popsicle sticks and I glue them wherever 2 popsicle sticks meet, so there's a nice base on the back of the barn door. And then I take 2 more of those regular size popsicle sticks and glue them on so it creates an X shape, so it looks more like a barn door. I then paint the barn doors red and I glue them to the little house that I made. Now to the inside of this, I'm going to be gluing on one of those little red truck ornaments, but I did take the bottom off for this as well. I didn't want that inside of there looking really odd. Instead, I take that Merry Christmas part and I just glued it to the top of my barn. And then the final thing that I did was I added some white to the doors and some dark red color to the door. I wanted there to be some shadows and some highlights. I didn't like the flat red color. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm just like really into painting sometimes, and I have a very hard time leaving something just one color. Like I always want to shade and highlight. And that was it for the little barn. I created another one and I just used a door ornament from Dollar Tree and just glued it on differently. So yeah, I mean, maybe I'll put up a tutorial for that on Instagram because I just don't want to show it right now. And now we're going to move on to this little globe looking thing. It's just a truck inside of a glass. So from Dollar Tree, you want to get one of their fishbowl looking glasses and then some sea salt. You don't want to get regular salt because your little truck is going to sink to the bottom. Get some sea salt because it's more thick and your truck won't sink. You also want to get obviously a truck, and you just want to look in the toy section for a little red truck. And what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be gluing the Christmas tree that is off of one of those red ornaments. I did cut down the Christmas tree so it was a smaller size that was good for my truck. And then I go ahead and glue the little tree onto the truck and place that inside of the glass. And then I have this really inexpensive, cute and simple truck inside of a glass that almost looks like a snow globe. Now finally, this Farm Fresh sign. Now for the background of this, I am going to be using this sign that I got from Dollar Tree. I didn't want to use paper. I didn't want to use foam board. I wanted something thicker this time around, so I decided to use one of the signs. And what I'm doing is I'm painting the back of that sign white. It is Waverly white chalk paint. I use chalk paint just because it dries quickly. And then I'm going to be using rulers for this. There are 2 in a pack, and I'm going to be using 2 of those packs. I go ahead and take the sticky part that has like the inches on the rulers off, and it's really simple to do. It's really just like a sticker. You just peel it right off. Now I'm going to be painting these, and I'm going to kind of create a stain. So to create a stain, you just need water and paint, and what you do is you just really water down the paint and use that as a stain. So the wood still shows through the paint, but it's not too opaque as if you just dipped it directly in the paint and painted the ruler. You'll still be able to see a wood grain through it. If it's too watery, add more paint. If it is too opaque, add a little bit more water. Now to 2 of the rulers, I cut off the little circle that's on the end of the ruler, and I did that to the pieces that were going to go at the sides of my image. And once I have that cut down, I go ahead and glue all of the rulers. I didn't cut down all of the circles, like I said. I did leave it on 2 of them, the one that's at the top and at the bottom, just because I felt like it looked a little bit more rustic. Now to spell out Farm Fresh, I'm using these poster letters from Dollar Tree. At first, I used like some piece of cardboard to kind of like get the farm part straight, and then I realized it wasn't the best. So then I just ended up using one of the sticky parts from the ruler to do the fresh part, and then I fixed the farm part. If you can't get the letters perfectly straight, don't worry about it, because I noticed some of these letters, they have a funny curve to them to begin with, so you might not be able to get them all perfectly straight. Now to the bottom of my image, I am going to be attaching another one of those red truck ornaments, but before I glue it down to the image, I cut off the excess greenery on the back of the Christmas tree so it's nice and flat like the back of the truck. It's just even and glues nicely to the image. That's what I decided to do, and then I just attached it. So I hope you guys enjoyed these red truck DIYs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and again, let me know down in the comments below your ideas for some Christmas themes. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.